Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Yes, the landmark call-in show of the most effective personal power program in the country. Well, tonight we're looking at the flip side of a coin that we visited last week. Last week we explored how good it feels to be better than, to be superior. Well, tonight it's everybody else's turn. We're looking at how bad it feels to be worse or less than. Tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, my brothers and sisters of Explorations. It is wonderful to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. How are you all doing tonight? How is everyone in the chat feeling right now, right at this very moment, as our present moment converges on the present moment of everyone around us, and as we settle into the moment of presence that we find ourselves, we find our journeys sort of coalescing in a way that maybe we were afraid of, maybe we were excited about, but it is something entirely different to experience than to expect, than to think, than to preconceive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the stuff of the journey of explorations. Nowhere else can you find such an explosion of being, ladies and gentlemen, nothing short of an explosion of being. The act of becoming is not, it is an explosion. It is violent. It is obscene. It is hideous. The act of becoming yourself is not for the faint of heart. It is not for the lighthearted. It is not for somebody who's looking to resolve anything, ladies and gentlemen. It is about the opposite of resolution. It is about the opposite of harmony. It is including that which is not harmonious, that which is not resolute, that which cannot be reduced. The stuff of nightmares, the truth of nightmares, and the nightmare of truth. Whichever you prefer, as I always say. Well, guys, welcome. Welcome to Explore. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. Stone Monster, I fell, so second place right now, Guru. Namaste. Blessings to you. Pepper and Genie also saying all aboard, knowing what he is about to do. And he did. He kicked it off. Jazz Express, everybody. Let's settle in. Let's get some energy going tonight. Let's feel good. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing I want to briefly touch on as we settle in for a more sensual aspect of the program of Explorations. I want to talk about opulence for a second. I want to talk about luxury for a second. I want to settle into a very simple idea, maybe a counterintuitive idea regarding luxury, regarding opulence. You know, during the 1980s, the 1990s, a certain kind of luxury became very fashionable. Luxury as a counterpoint to sin. That is to say, indulging in luxury as a departure from the weights of our daily life. The burden of existence, the burden, our job, our family, our friends, the hard work that we do. Ladies and gentlemen, this idea came to be very popular. Luxury being a counterpoint. But ladies and gentlemen, here at Explorations, we do not believe that. Here at Explorations, we believe in saying yes to the guilt, saying yes to the shame, the guilt that we are not adequate, the guilt that we are not complete in our daily lives, that we don't deserve luxury. That is correct. In no way do we deserve this luxury, the luxury of this Jazz Express. But ladies and gentlemen, rather than reject that guilt, rather than reject that shame, let us allow ourselves to be enriched by that guilt, to be enriched by that shame. Allow the luxury become even more decadent. Allow the opulence to become even more sweet, thick. Say yes. I wish this would stop. Namaste, everybody. Hype Train blowing by Stone Monster 400, gifting a sub to MDPC. Blessings to you. Embry Les, namaste for the 100 bits. Embry Les, thank you so much for those 100 bits. Wow. Demanding that this train go even further. Saying yes to the guilt tonight. Namaste. Not Mish one bit. Ellie Benelli rating. Ellie Benelli and Raiders, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Ellie Benelli. Sweetheart, thank you so much for bringing your flock over here. What a beautiful night. What a beautiful evening. What a beautiful moment. Could not have brought them over at a better moment. Namaste. Peppercorn Patty, single bit. Thank you. I had sex one time and it sucked. Something for the 5th month in a row. Username, I had sex one time and it sucked. Something for the 5th month in a row. Namaste. Not Mish. You're welcome as always. 33 months with Not Mish, everybody. 33 months, almost 3 years. Then you knew one. Pepperoncini, thank you again. Ben Weldrum, single bit, not reading your message. You poor son of a bitch, that's not enough for me to read your message. Namaste. Good try, though. Namaste, everybody. It feels good to feel bad. It feels good to feel bad. You got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, once you are ready for the bad, you will be ready for the good. That's the thing about sensuality. It's not supposed to feel good all the time. It's not supposed to. You look at somebody who's truly let go of their mind. They're putting jumper cables connected to a car battery, and they're putting it on their nipples or their testicles or their labial folds. Now you look at that. You look at the depth of eroticism of that moment, the depth of the eroticism of that moment, and you tell me that sensuality is supposed to feel good. Ladies and gentlemen. Namaste, I'll stick to YouTube from Laser Shark. Blessings to you. Good to be with you. Good to see you in chat as always. I'm my YouTubers. Namaste to you, by the way. Good to see you. Good to feel your presence over at youtube.com on that live shit. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for everybody who contributed to that Jazz Express. Give it up for yourselves, huh? Give it up for yourselves. I sit here, of course, I channel the stuff that comes through the moment. I channel the sort of verbations and also the vibrations that come through me through the universe. Namaste, as I channel those things to be able to grant you that which you have come here for. Ladies and gentlemen, I would be a sailor in a sailboat at the middle of the sea if it were not for you. If it were not for your energy, if it were not for the wind in my sails, I would simply be afloat at sea. And what good is a guru adrift at sea? Namaste, everybody. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. That was a little bit of a taste of the direction of the evening. Yes, the good with the bad, the good with the bad. Yes, that is what we are drilling on tonight, this evening. Welcome to Explorations. Good to see all of you. How are you all doing? Vibing with the program, bro, says Laser Shark. God damn, if I could stick a fucking breast in your mouth and breastfeed you right now, I would. I absolutely would. Namaste. And that goes for anyone at youtube.com right now. If I could, I would take your little mouth and I'd put them on one of my teats and I'd say, go ahead and suck as hard as you possibly can. Suck on my breast, therefore it floweth with time, is what I say to you at youtube.com. Namaste. Now, Raji, good to see you. Good to see you in chat, Raji. Now, very funny stuff from Raji. Guys, how about, before we open up the lines tonight, let's go over some quick orders of business. And first and foremost, I know it's on the tip of all of your minds right now. The last time we gathered, we did a little thing called Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. And wow, was it a night. We streamed for 5 hours on Saturday. We got into it. Holy moly, didn't we, guys? Didn't we, folks? Didn't we absolutely just roar into the competitive romance that is Infatuations with Leslie Tanner? Yes, we did. We went head to head, 12 rounds. And God damn it, if you saw it on Saturday, if you got, some of us are saying it exactly, got after it. We got after it. We absolutely did. Holy freaking moly. That was a lot of fun. That was a special night on Saturday. If you missed it, there's the VOD, but it truly will not capture the experience of just genuinely being there. Being there for the moments, being there for the revelations, being there for the wins, the losses, the excitement. Lord Almighty. Now, guys, if you were there on Saturday, you saw it firsthand. It was, and this is strange because there's been 2 infatuations in a row that can genuinely be described as historic. That can genuinely be described as historic evenings in the program. Now, of course, the time before this last infatuations, we had a historic undefeated performance from Lil Miss Whatever. Namaste to Lil Miss Whatever and her performance that evening, truly entering the sort of we're going to be raising that jersey up into the rafters in due time. Namaste to Lil Miss Whatever for that. But this past Saturday, guys, was nothing to sneeze at. Head-to-head, lots of sparks, lots of competition, and historic in the sense that, ladies and gentlemen, people came to play. And because of that, we had a tie. And not just a 2-way tie. We had, by the end of the evening, after 12 rounds, we had ourselves a 3-way tie. Give it up for yourselves, for all the participants, mainly the winners who won. Congratulations to you, but everybody who stepped up, everybody who put down points, trying to guess the winners, and one of you eked out, and I'll get to that person in just a moment. But guys, a massive congratulations to our 3 winners from over the weekend. Firstly, the person who stepped up and got us started off on the right foot on infatuations was none other than Yep, I Sure Do Like Cats, a.k.a. Michaela, our very own. Namaste. Joining us just a couple weeks ago, but joining us like a fish in water. Really, truly amazing stuff. Namaste to Yep, I Sure Do Like Cats and to a.k.a. Michaela for your performance. Really getting us started off right. Namaste. So following Michaela, who stepped up, who took it? Who did Michaela sort of pass the baton to without even knowing? Namaste, Communal Vision, Larry Picklejar. This 3-way will end up the same way they all do, with Phil jerking himself off in the corner of the room. Now that is that is probably truer than we would like to think. I think that's Larry Picklejar's intuition is onto something tonight. Yeah, Larry Picklejar seeing me on the veil tonight, and not even that, complicated of a veil. Sort of just really not even a veil, just sort of a very obvious thing to say. Namaste to Larry Picklejar for saying it anyway. Thank you so much, LPJ. Now, as Ellie Benelli says, Michaela's making tremendous progress on the program. Really hitting the grindstone, really hitting the rubber, hitting the road, both in her mind and body and soul, and really, it's showing the proof's in the pudding. Getting us started off with 4 consecutive wins on Infatuation on Saturday. Now, who stepped up? Who stepped up and kind of, without even necessarily meaning to, stepped up, grabbed that baton, and took it for his own 4 consecutive wins? Can anybody help me out with that? Can anyone help me out with a name or username of the winner who stepped up, said, Michaela, sit down, your time is done, it is time for my 4. Oh my goodness, Slow Boy Whiteboard wanting solid nothing. Namaste to Slow. Nope. Namaste to Slow Boy Whiteboard coming in with that $5 super chat from over at youtube.com. Namaste to our Slow Boy Whiteboard, just demanding that nothing and getting that nothing. Namaste to you. What a gift. What a tremendous gift that you've given us all. Blessings. Blessings to you. Now, as I was saying, guys, who stepped up? Who stepped up? Who stepped up? Can anybody remind me? It was Raji. Stone Monster said it. It was Raji. Phil Z said it. It was Raji. Holy moly, we got a psychic emergency. Okay, I'll just go ahead and have that dictated to me and then repeat it. My father, who was my guiding light for the last 40 years, has passed, eater of worlds. He was an honorable man who built his own business from nothing. He loved, supported, and provided his family until his very last breath, even in the face of divorce. Thanks, Dad. Can I get a namaste? Namaste. Namaste. Warmest namastes to your father on his passing, on his passing. And that's exactly what I think of it as. Namaste. Sounds like a solid guy, that Papa of yours. Goodbye, Papa. Namaste to you, eater of worlds 0, 1, 3. Namastes. Now, a lot of people say, I like to think of and a quick psychic emergency. This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with explorer Larry Picklejar to issue the following emergency. This is Leslie. I have a small penis and like to drink milk because it makes my tummy hurt and my bottom leak. I am reading this as Leslie Tanner and not because it's on the screen. Repeat, this is Leslie. I have a small penis and I like to drink milk because it makes my tummy hurt and my bottom leak. I am reading this as Leslie Tanner and not because it's on the screen. Thanks so much, Larry Picklejar. Really appreciate that. Thanks to you. That was. I understand. That's that wit. That's that LPJ wit. And where would we be without that, right? And what a perfect way to follow up the announcement of a death, huh? Or the announcement of a death of a sweet papa, and then we've got Larry Picklejar sort of whacking off. And what a beautiful, honestly, a beautiful analogy for how quickly we are all sort of just absorbed into the universe, and hardly a memory remembered of us, and that truly is the fabric of our being. Disciple, explorer, obsessed with tweezing, weird penis, saying, "Let's fucking go." 18 months. Namaste to Disciple. Blessings and namaste. Really appreciate that, Disciple, saying, LFG, let's fucking go. 18 months. What a message. What a message. Now, guys, back to the business. So Raji stepped up to the plate and took the baton in infatuations from our Michaela and said, no more, sit down. And weirdly enough, he just got involved to flirt with Michaela, and it was palpable. It was such a breath of fresh air to see somebody that was good at flirting. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, Lord. To see just a break from the parade of mental disability and illness that you all bring onto this program, the vast majority of you, and to see just a good-looking young man who can make eye contact and have like an interesting conversation and smile and flirt, and it's as if he didn't hit his head or didn't drink paint thinner between the ages of 2 and 3 because his parents weren't watching him. It just did some normal shit on the screen, and ultimately defeated, and that's exactly how he defeated Michaela. He stepped up, he wanted to talk to Michaela, wanted to flirt, wanted to hang, and put her in the ground because of it. Michaela, an adept competitor, to be sure, but the fatigue caught up to her, and then also she got just flat out beat. There were a couple of there was like twice she had genuinely smirked and had to suppress it because Raji was that in the zone. And that was ultimately what took Raji through the next 4 rounds. Then ultimately, weirdly enough, defeated by, did not see this coming. And this is the third leg of the 3-way tie. Phil Z74. Who would would have guessed that Phil Z74 on a comeback after a, kind of a hiatus, one of his hiatuses, hiati, whatever you say, but really coming back and saying, hey, I'm here to play. And he did. He's a primetime player. He stepped up to the plate. Namaste to Phil Z74, who honestly, if it wasn't that late at night and who'd you get? You got Jenny, you beat Raj, you beat Jenny, which kudos to you for beating Raj. He got sleepy and kind of fucking crashed. He kind of sort of flipped out. So that was luck. Jenny, that was kind of luck, because Jenny kind of just tarted out and started laughing at herself. Then who was after that? Duncan? Then Duncan, he had a flip out too. He had a meltdown on screen. He started attacking me and attacking the program, not date material. He would have gotten tased. If he was on a date with that kind of stuff, he would have gotten tased for sure. And then you had Butterfly, who was tripping, literally on acid in the date, who was just lost in the woods. So, yeah, I mean, sometimes the universe smiles on you, and the universe smiled on Phil Z74 that night. Namaste. OM Godspeed, pretty sure my dad is still alive. OM Godspeed, sort of bragging to Eater of Worlds, saying, hey, not all of our dads are dead. Mine's still alive. Namaste. Thanks so much for that, OM Godspeed. Appreciate that little chime in. Now, so congrats to our three-way winners. Michaela, yep, I sure do like cats. Raji, who's in the chat right now, and Phil Z74. Congrats to all three. Gonna get their rewards soon. I'm gonna be dropping some stuff in the mail or sending you guys the links to some stuff you don't have access to, some really exclusive program materials. Namaste. So congrats. What a wonderful night that was. Now, guys, we've got a special little I got to update. Let's hold off on the update. We have a new, I'm going to hold off on it because I got to get, maybe we'll do it after the break. The universe didn't smile on Phil. That was me, says Fran. The universe didn't smile on Phil. That was me. I don't really know what you mean, Fram. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what you mean. Don't know what that means. Now, listen, we do have an exciting thing. We're going to announce it at the half. We're going to announce it after the pee break. But, guys, we have a new Explorer of the Month. Huh? How about that? So, guys, just a quick communal vision real quick. Phil had a Slumdog Millionaire type moment. Everything in his life lined up to this moment to get lucky and win. Now, that's true. That's true. A sort of, different demographic, I'll bet. And they should make Slumdog Millionaire maybe about different types, different races, and different body types. We should do someone like Phil Z. We should do a white-centered, body-positive Slumdog Millionaire for someone like Phil Z74. I think we could all get something nice out of that. Thanks so much. Really appreciate that. Pepperoncini for bringing that to life. And also, guys, we got an Explorer of the Month halfway through the program tonight. A very exciting announcement. Explorer of the Month for the month of May. Slum Drunk Fatso, says Larry Picklejar. So teeing off, namaste to you. Slum Drunk Fatso. Blessings and namaste to Larry Picklejar. Appreciate that. Now, I think you should pitch that, Larry. Larry, that's something you're going to want to pitch. I think you're going to want to send that up the flagpole to MGM or, even just a porno thing, maybe. I don't know. That could be a fun porn. That could be a fun pornography. Slum Drunk Fatso. And it's just like a drunk fat guy getting his dick sucked. And he's like, oh my God, right? Oh, what? Everything lines up at the moment and he gets his dick sucked.
Should be kept away from politics the same way a schizophrenic should be steered away from the Bible. They need our help.
Namaste. Wow, beautiful. What a beautiful quote from me. That was gorgeous. I really appreciate that from me. Thank you so much, me. I owe my 2-tub lifestyle to the program. Doofus Dusseldorf for 40 months. 40 months. We're nearing 4 years with Doofus Dusseldorf. By the end of this year, we will have been with Doofus Dusseldorf for 4 years. Wow. Thank you so much. Appreciate your support and you're taking the program seriously. Namaste to you, Doofus. Now, as I was saying just a moment ago, we have a new Explorer of the Month, and we are going to make that announcement at the halftime. After I come back from the pee break and we do our announcement about the Community of Devoted Light, very exciting announcement. We have an Explorer of the Month for the month of May. Now, just as a reminder to everybody who might not know exactly what that is, Explorer of the Month, this is our chance to sort of put a spotlight on one explorer in our entire community. Every Infatuations winner has never been audited by the IRS. Every Infatuations winner has never been audited by the IRS. Interesting. Okay. I don't have access to those documents, but I believe you. I believe you, Nindy, and I appreciate this perspective. Now, so this Explorer of the Month is a chance for me and the moderation team to sort of meet behind the scenes and select one of you all to sort of put a spotlight and a circle around you and highlight the efforts and contributions you have made to and within this program of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Now, communal vision real quick from Pepper and Jeannie. I hope Toaster is here for this. He says he watches every stream. Namaste. Yeah, so we'll be doing that at the halfway mark, so watch out. So in addition to this acknowledgement and acknowledgement throughout the month, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be sending them a couple very special things. One, you get a month long of access to every tier of the Community of Devoted Light. That is right, the highest tier, all materials at your fingertips. And in addition to that, not only all the podcasts, all the videos, everything I've made for the past however many years are at your fingertips. Not only that, but I am going to be sending you a piece of physical merch in the mail, be that a VHS tape, be that a print, be that some other such thing you have not gotten yet. I messaged this person and I will be sending them something in the mail tomorrow afternoon. So congratulations, the Explorer of the Month, and announcement coming soon. So very exciting stuff. So as it goes, guys, it could be you. You could be the next month. So take this seriously next time you think about, oh, I'm going to take the night off. Oh, I'm going to lurk in chat. Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to call in, blah, blah, blah. You take it seriously. It could really get you some very serious recognition and a very special piece of something in the mail. So very, very, very fun for me to be able to do that with you all. Namaste. Namaste. No, it's not going to be Mish. Why would it be Mish? That's maybe the dumbest thing I've ever heard. No, be serious. She comes on here and she does not take this seriously. She does not respect the program. She does not respect me. She's constantly doing things to disrespect me, to try to undermine me, undermine the program. She's telling people not to follow. She's telling people to not subscribe. She's telling people to declare a fraudulent charge to sort of get a refund on your donations here. I think she's a toxic presence. She's a toxic presence in the program. She will never, listen to me, she will never be Explorer of the Month. She will never, not Mish, will never be Explorer of the Month. I want that to be clear. Okay, now that we've discussed that. Now, there's always quick little announcements. We got the P.O. Box. Send me something in the mail, guys. I love getting stuff from you. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois, 60647. Send me something. Postcard, little letter, little packages. I absolutely adore getting stuff from you guys, and send it right on over. I check it a couple times a week, and it always puts a little hop in my step, and really I love kind of getting through that making a physical connection with you all that I really treasure. I really do. I really treasure it. Now, real quick, final little announcement, guys. You've seen the program at work, and if you are looking to take your life to the next level, and this program that you see on the call-in show just simply isn't enough, at any point tonight, type in !final journey to bring up instructions of how you too can begin your final journey, and enter my Community of Devoted Light at patreon.com. And my Patreon, the Community of Devoted Light, hosts an exclusive library of materials that you can't get anywhere else, and it's truly life enriching. Truly life enriching. There's podcast music downloads, postcards that I gotta send you, VHS tapes, etc., at your fingertips instantly, and instant access that you can get to tonight for simply the cost of just a couple dollars a month. And I'd like to welcome Eddie to the program, by the way. Eddie, who joined us earlier this evening. Eddie, namaste and welcome to the Community of Devoted Light, brother. I can't wait to, send me a little message. Let me know who you are on the Discord. I'll get you into our secret little Discord channel where we where we discuss the program materials. All right, so guys, that's that. That is that on that. We got through all the announcements. We got through all the initial hubbubs. It is time to open up the lines and get into tonight's theme. All right? Getting into tonight's theme, which is, as you can see, and let's go ahead and, there we go. It feels bad to be less than. Now, on Thursday, I'm not going to belabor this because it's pretty obvious. On Thursday, or was it Friday? Last week, we covered it feels good to be better than, to be more than, to be superior in some way. So we opened up the lines and we talked to each and every single explorer that called in to sort of just openly brag about some area of their life. Maybe they're rich. Maybe they have a lot of sex. Maybe they're good looking. Maybe they have, Mary Lou called in and talked about her pool. We talked about people who just had a rich professional life. We talked to people who were not mentally ill. We talked to people who were morally superior. I loved getting to that one. People who just make better decisions and are morally just richer, better people, adding a heightened quality to the world rather than the unthinking, immoral masses. So we heard from all across the board, and it was a really fun night. Now, tonight, though, we, of course, are using empathy. We're going to look at the other side of the coin. For MWeArt coming in, imagine explorers tuning into the program and feeling cozy and safe. That's the reality Mish helps us avoid. Guru, interesting point. Interesting. I mean, that is valuable. That is valuable. That is valuable, Fram. I appreciate you bringing that up. But I'll be over my dead goddamn body, she'll be Explorer of the Month. Because deep in her, it's a heart thing. Deep in her heart, she's got a sick heart. She has a sick heart. She's ill, like in her soul. She's sick in her soul, and her intentions are anything but pure, and I will not honor that. I will simply not honor. She has a lot of work to do on herself before she gets the level of recognition of something even close to Explorer of the Month. That's ridiculous. Real quick affirmation for the ladies. Go ahead and take the springtime air. Take a nice deep breath. Let that breath out. The breath is never going to fix anything. One more for women. Let's do one more. The greatest gift that you could possibly give us all is to stop empowering yourself. Stop running from how painful your life is. Okay, that was for women. Okay, good. I think that really settled. That really got us locked in for women tonight. Not Mish, 100 bits. Can't wait to get to this perspective. I'm sure it's going to be really enriching. Thanks so much, Not Mish. All I have ever been is kind and loving in here. I don't understand why you hate me. I'm going to do better, but just know that I'm really hurting. Oh, she's hurting. Oh, she's hurting. Oh, she's hurting. All she's ever been is kind and loving. I'm sorry. I don't know what version of reality you were living in. You come on here and flagrantly disrespect me. Why would I ever tolerate that or incentivize that? No, this is playing possum. This is shit she does because she needs an extension on her rent. Namaste, fork you too. Blessings to and namaste. To just saying hi, saying thanks for the bits. Blessings. Thank you so much for the bits. Fork you too. Blessings and namaste. I love that username. I absolutely love that username. Fork you too. What a fun username. It's like the F word, but not. And that's really fun. I love you. I love the program. I love everyone. This is weird. What are you doing? Mish, what are you doing? Night Year. Shout out to the Explorer of the Month, not Mish. Thanks, Leslie, for announcing that early. It is not. Listen, I'm not going to say it never will be because I think that anyone can come around. Anyone can come around to the program. But as it stands right now, it's like could a quadriplegic scale a mountain? Technically, yeah, they could roll. Somebody with no legs and no arms could get in some sort of like a centrifugal little device that maybe like a big hamster wheel that's powered by the sun or something like this. Kind of just get their disabled ass up a mountain. Nothing stopping them. It's possible. Okay, so Stone Monster's got our final communal vision before we open up the lines. Mish is doing a Uno reverse crash out. I can respect the hustle. An Uno. Did I say Uno? Did I just say Uno? Yeah, Gene, there we go. All right. I'm surprised Mish didn't catch it. I'm surprised Mish didn't take this opportunity to try to hurt me, try to besmirch my name. Communal vision from Nindy New. Jeff Epstein had a hooker hamster wheel for Stephen Hawking on his island fun zone. Interesting. I always wondered how he did any sort of molesting on that island, given his condition of not being able to move. Always wondered about that. I mean, I can imagine a couple different ways, but hamster wheel's a fun one. All right, guys. So as I said, tonight we are exploring It Feels Bad to Be Less Than. So tonight, in a moment when I open up the line, I want to hear from you all. I want to hear from people who are consciously, people that are poor, people who are weak, people who are slow, physically or mentally. Yeah, people who are dumb, people who are disabled, mentally or physically, people who are sick, mentally or physically. I want to maybe you got a thyroid thing and your eyes bug out, and it kind of freaks people out. I want to hear from you, because ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to sit here and do violence to the vulnerable. And what I mean by that is I'm not going to sit here and attempt to empower those who are less than. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, oh no, it's actually like real beauty is some other thing, or real worth is some other thing that other than the one thing that has made your life irrefutably worse who society has said over and over again that they don't value your life as much. Why would I, especially as a mental health professional, sit here and give you some sort of pep talk? No, ladies and gentlemen, I would never do that. That would be abuse. I might as well jump through this screen and start molesting you, touching you up. Because, ladies and gentlemen, everyone knows it feels bad to be less than. So let's go ahead and open up the lines. Let's go ahead and open up these lines. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up that I could call you tonight?
Leslie, it's Peppercorn Patty.
Hey, look who it is. It's the Peppercorn Patty. Namaste, Peppercorn. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing so well. How are you doing?
I'm on cloud nine. I'm having a great night. I've been looking forward to Explorations all day, so it feels really good to just finally be in the thick of it.
Oh my gosh, me too. Me
right?
as well. Me as well.
Me too. So how are you doing tonight, Peppercorn?
I'm doing well. I saw the topic and I thought, wow, this is really resonating with me in a weird way right now. And I guess I missed my opportunity to do kind of like a humble brag last week. Did you say it was last week you had?
Yeah, Communal Vision from It All Costs Money. Where is the ballot box so that we can vote for Explorer of the Month? I think this is something that could definitely help bring the community together. Namaste. Hashtag vote for not me. Vote for not me. No, that's exactly why you're not going to get a vote. Why would I? No, listen, it requires the clarity of a mind and such as mine. It does not and the moderation team. All right? It is not... And I'm not going to turn this into... You don't even know what the program is half the time, you guys in chat. You couldn't find your ass with both hands, all right? I deliver you one of 4 messages all the time, and you still get confused. As you should, but that just... It really illuminates how badly you need my critical distance and how badly you need my clarity of vision. Now, we go ahead, Peppercorn. You had a chance for humble brag, but you missed your chance. But go ahead, I'll make some space for you, Peppercorn. What would you like to humble brag about?
Okay, well, I think this is a double-edged sword, right? Okay, so
sure.
I recently found out within the last few months that I have been one of the top candidates for Teacher of the Year at my school.
Wow.
And yes. But I don't want it. And I've been going around and telling everyone, do not vote for me. And I don't know if they have or if they haven't. But now it's gotten in my brain like a sickness. Like if I don't get this thing, then it's going to be bad. But I'm glad that the topic was what it was tonight, because it just reminded me that if I don't get it, it's exactly what the program is trying to teach me. Do you understand?
So listen, this is a beautiful way to start the night. Now, what an excellent sort of pivot point between good and bad, more or less, worse or better, to truly understand the difference between our last exploration together and this exploration. Real quick, we got a couple communal visions, though, before we explore what you just gave me. Fram says, can you stop bragging about this, JT? I don't know what
No. Maybe he was trying to say, like, Jesus Christ or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, no fucking idea. What's T next to? It's not even next to a letter that would make sense. Okay. And then Nindinu also had a communal vision, but I believe the bylaws of the program permit write-in ballots for Explorer of the Month. What are you talking about, Nindinu? Bylaws? Like you found rules? Other than my materials? You found some structure? Other than the materials that I've given you? Okay. Yeah. Sounds funny. Sounds like sounds like a nice fan fiction. What it sounds like to me. Now, okay, so you're up for Teacher of the Year, top candidate. You're one of the finalists, and you're very excited because that would be if you win that would make you better then.
Yeah.
You could say for a whole year that you were better than all of the teachers who lost.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that would feel good, wouldn't it?
I guess. They give you more responsibility, right? They make you go to meetings. So in my mind, from the beginning, it's been a bad thing. But then, everyone in my whole business is around positive mindfulness and everything. So everybody's, I hope you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Like, I don't care if I get it or not. I don't want it. If I want it, I have to go to meetings. I don't want to go to more meetings.
What kind of meetings do they make you go to?
You have to go to like the district office meetings and meet with the district office personnel, and they give you updates about like what's going on within the school district. You have to report it back to everybody at school. It's extra work.
Oh, that's bullshit. Who cares about that?
Yeah. And then
Who
if you
gives
win,
a fuck?
you've got to do like a commencement speech in front of the entire district. Like, I don't know. It's just like an open. I don't know. They basically give you the opportunity to go and do an interview after you have been selected to be the Teacher of the Year for the district. And then if you do that, you have like, I don't even want to know what comes with that, because that's beyond my scope of vision right now. But yeah,
okay, so there's negative. Okay, but true, and with any accomplishment, yeah, double-edged sword. That's a triple-edged sword in a weird way.
Yeah.
Nindy New, we got a couple communal visions. Nindy New says, "Can't you just shove the worst student in a locker and get the shadow vote from the students?"
I mean, I don't know. That's an option, I suppose. We don't have lockers, but I can find some alternative.
Oh, weird. You guys don't have lockers?
Well, it's like little children.
Oh,
so.
yeah, okay. Okay, then Larry Picklejar, Communal Vision. Caller, these awards have requirements in modern America. Did you ban the most books or indoctrinate the most 10-year-olds?
This is the thing. Like, if I do receive this award, you don't have to, but most people show some sort of gratitude. My thoughts going in is I'm just going to say, y'all are wild for this. Like, why did you vote me for this? Because I haven't really been doing shit around here. I try to, like, stay in my zone.
Right.
I put stuff up on the wall every once in a while, upload some stuff to the online portfolio. That's not, in my mind, it's like, people were just like, who hasn't got it? Oh, this person hasn't got it. We'll put their name down, So, I don't know.
Communal Vision real fast from Stone Monster 400. Peppercorn Patty, are you sure you're not being gang stalked by the other teachers and none of them want the award and they are planning your doom behind your back?
I mean, that's also a possibility. It's also a possibility. I don't know.
Now,
I just think,
go ahead.
Yeah. I just think if I don't receive the award,
right, I was going to ask.
It will be a opportunity to channel the tenets of the program, or not even the tenets, just.
Now that is somebody who's tangled with the program. Now that is somebody who knows which way is up. Namaste to you. Now real quick, Communal Vision from Nindinu and then Pepperoncini. Nindinu says, I feel like this whole call is a humble brag. You know you want it, Pep.
It is a humble brag. This is the thing. It's gotten in my brain like a poison and is trying to poison me out of what I've learned from the program. This is the problem.
Also, Communal Vision from Pepperoncini. OMG, Peppercorn, I'm so proud of you, girl. You deserve these awards because you're so great at what you do, girly. Keep it up. Okay, so thank you so much, Pepperoncini and Indy New, for your perspectives. No. When it comes to losing, you kind of just really made my point. So the reason we're getting into losing, right, being less than, being a loser, having lost, being dealt a losing hand by the universe. That these things don't feel good. Therefore, these things offer us a launch pad into the next level should we take it for what it is and know how to handle it. Now, you brought up a very excellent point. In a matter of weeks, you will find out whether you are superior or whether you are inferior.
Honey, I find out tomorrow. Can you believe it?
Tomorrow? Larry
find
Picklejar, caller, you can always not accept it and work at Home Depot. Life is choices. What do you know about rat traps and inflatable Halloween lawn decor? That's from Larry Picklejar. Any response?
I kind of love, I love a Home Depot. I love a Lowe's. So that's an option.
Too. I love it too.
Yeah.
I kind of get overwhelmed when I'm there sometimes. It's just so, there's so many possibilities.
Exactly. But yeah, tomorrow, this is why it's so fitting, right? This is so fitting that the theme is the way, is what it is. I'm so tickled by that. Can you believe?
I think that you're a perfect person to call to get us started tonight. Because, like I said, tomorrow you're going to find out whether you're superior or inferior. And tomorrow you might be in a position in which your life feels better. You'll have been deemed a better teacher than the others. Or you might have the curse of the gift or the gift of the curse of being less than, being shamed. And you got to walk around with that all year, that stigma of having gotten flat out your ass beat. Now, this is very exciting. This is very exciting. On one hand, it will feel good to win. On the other hand, it will feel bad to lose.
Yep. Yep. You just got to keep working the program. And honestly, I hope that I can work the program tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm hoping so too. Even for your sake, because I don't want to go to those. I wouldn't want to go to those goddamn meetings.
No.
No. That sounds like shit.
Way.
Yeah, that sounds bad. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, Peppercorn, you really got to start it off on the right foot tonight. I really appreciate you calling in this evening.
Absolutely. Can I ask you something? Have you ever considered having a smaller microphone, like a skinny microphone, like
I have considered that. Yeah, and I would have one of those.
I think that would look really nice. Just saying.
I think, how much are they on Amazon or something? I have no idea.
I'm sure they're like $2. Get it on Amazon Haul, you'll be fine.
Those little skinny, because they don't have the exact model, because I think I looked this up before I even started streaming, because I thought, oh, that'd be a cool mic. I think that the actual one that Bob Barker used, that model is discontinued, and I think they're on eBay.
Well, I know some boys that are on eBay kind of a lot nowadays, so just hit them up for you.
That's true. We know some boys who are on eBay. Yeah, we do. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to look into that. Let's bug them. And see if they can find something.
Absolutely. All right. Namaste, sir.
Namaste, Peppercorn. Wonderful to talk. I love speaking to Peppercorn. Do I have that in here? Maybe Leslie should use the free mic he got in the mail. That's true. Honestly, I never even... Because the reason what is wrong with this mic? Why are we attacking the mic?
Hello?
I'm being attacked right now. One moment.
Okay.
It's $22 on Amazon right now? Interesting. That's literally the mic you got for free in the long skinny one? You did not no, I did not get a long skinny one in the mail. You got me a shotgun, or you sent me a shotgun mic in that gray one. No, this is a piece of shit that I got like 15 years ago for like $30 at Guitar Center. I have like 5 of these. And they all don't sound very good. Yeah, you did send like 5 mics. Larry Picklejar sent a nice little package a while back with some real nice equipment that is kind of weaved into the studio over here. And but those mics, yeah, I never even, I don't know why I didn't. Maybe something to consider, huh? Everyone's attacking me from my microphone. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello, listener.
This is Hello Listener. Namaste, Hello Listener from YouTube.com. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you. Thanks so much for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having me.
This is your first time calling, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it is dumbass. Listen to Larry Picklejar. Maybe it is dumbass. What do you mean it is dumbass? Not me. It says, you should get a slutty little microphone. Like a, what does that mean? What's a slutty microphone?
Like a red one. Like a red one.
Yeah, like lipstick red.
Yeah.
Like sluts wear.
Slut red.
Slut red. Whore red. I'll name makeup flavors. Whore red. Whore blue. Just name them all whore. Now that's a solid entrepreneurial idea. Caller, hello listener. This is your first time calling, right?
Yeah.
Guys, can we please welcome hello listener to the program of Explorations with Leslie Tanner? Can we please get some emotes and some excitement going in the chat right now for hello listener? Namaste, hello listener. How are you feeling this evening?
I'm okay, but I'm having some problems.
Okay, but having some problems. Interesting. Well, let me ask you, hello listener. I am very curious before we even get into the theme tonight, which is it feels bad to be less than. No. How, hello listener, did you find us at YouTube? How did you just go to YouTube Live, or was it on your front page, or what happened?
I think Slow Boy showed me it.
Slow Boy. Okay, so you were connected through Slow Boy. I like my red promiscuous, says Philzy34. Thank you so much.
She actually shouted me out in the super chat that glitched up earlier.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember. So Slow Boy, how did Slow Boy find it then?
Slow Boy finds everything.
So
Every new artist, every underground kind of creator. So Slow
Boy's got her ears to the ground.
Yeah, she's
listening, wide open, listening, ready and hungry for more. Oh, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Well, that's an asset. That's an asset of a friend to have, right?
Yeah, she's a great friend. And
somebody
I love her.
Somebody who's just like, oh, you should check this out, because it's so easy. The internet is such a parade of dog shit. It's difficult to penetrate these algorithms, these godless algorithms. So somebody who's able to do it that's a good quality of a friend.
Seriously, because they'll just shovel crap down your throat all day. You'll never actually find anything worth watching. So I'm glad I found your stuff. Absolutely.
I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm so glad that you called in. Hello, listener, truly. Before we even get into the theme, though, already you've inspired a couple of communal visions. Real quick, so this first one's from Larry Picklejar. Caller, how does it feel to be on a shitty live streaming platform like YouTube?
Is he asking me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It makes me, it's easier to understand than Twitch. And I'm just glad they haven't kicked me off yet.
There we go. You know what? I think the the rules are a little bit lax over at YouTube because it's like bigger.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like more sensitive in some ways, but I've seen some heinous shit in chats over at YouTube Live that would never fly on Twitch.
Yeah, recently it seems like they've let up a little, and people like me are getting through a little more. It's
beautiful.
We'll see how long it lasts.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, you keep it up though. Keep it up. You're a freedom. You're a freedom fighter in the comment section.
Nice.
Little ISIS, little Patriot Stormfront. You know what I mean? Little freedom fighters. Night Year cheering 100 bits and coming in with a communal vision. Before that one, we have one from Phil Z. Says, I like. Oh, we did that one. Okay, so tonight, hello, listener. We are. It feels bad to be less than. It feels bad to be less than. Now, were you excited to call in? Oh, communal vision. Before we even get to that, Night Year says, "Hey, caller. Based on your quick wit, I could have guessed you are from YouTube."
That's weird. Is everyone on YouTube witty?
Travcam, Magnetic Llama, also at YouTube. No. Well, you know, somebody lobbed a thing. I think it was a couple weeks ago. This guy, there's somebody at YouTube Live that hangs out in the chat and starts talking to us about. I think he got pissed off because I talked shit about YouTube Live and called it a flea market where people were selling like handfuls of their own poop or something. And he said something. He said, "Fuck you. I like YouTube Live. At least I'm not like." Or he said something to the effect that, you know, Twitch is full of theater kid douchebags. So I think there's a tension. I think there is this growing opinion in some ways among some people that YouTube chat is funnier than the Twitch chat.
YouTube's funny. I don't know enough about Twitch. I streamed on there a couple of years ago, and it was just me and a bunch of people playing like Fortnite, and I was like, maybe this isn't the place, but maybe it's gotten better over the years.
It is. It's a weird place. It can be intimidating. It can be intimidating.
Do they recommend creators now, or is it because like the homepage was always just video games, and then you could find out who was playing a video game? Do they actually recommend like people that are actually doing things that are interesting now?
Sometimes. It depends on what your definition of interesting is, though, I think. If interesting, like largely speaking, if interesting means like not interesting, then yeah, you're going to find a lot of creators being recommended on the front page. You're going to have no shortage of that. But yes, though, every once in a while, I do see someone doing something weird and making themselves laugh or entertaining themselves in a unique way that does, you know, I don't know. The algorithm isn't completely dead. Ninja New says, caller, do you think you are better than me?
No.
Real quick,
No.
super chat from Travcam. Travcam says, "Uck you, I am not impressed by YouTube Live." Travcam saying, "Uck you, I am not impressed by YouTube Live."
Does that just go for all YouTubers who are live? Is that just a blanket statement about every one of us? Or
you know, it's hard. It's hard to even. I can't make a whole lot of sense of YouTube Live. I wish there was something like the Twitch front page for YouTube where I could see who is actually streaming. Framway Art says YouTube is gay. Any response?
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm not really like a defender of YouTube. I'm just on there. You're on there too.
It's not. Yeah, we're getting heated in the chat right now. We're getting heated.
I don't represent YouTube. Y'all are mad at YouTube, but I'm just a guy who is on it.
No. We got a communal vision coming in. One more. You're just very inspiring, everybody. We're 10 minutes into a call. We haven't even touched the theme.
What? Yeah, I sorry, somebody just knocked on my door. Maria, can you get the door?
That's creepy. That's spooky. TravCam0 says, Twitch lets me say fuck you. Twitch lets me say the F word.
Well, you shouldn't say the F word, though.
There you go.
It's a bad word.
What do you think about that, TravCam? You shouldn't say the F word. Shots fired back. Okay, so enough of this. Let's get into the theme real quick. We only got a little bit. It feels bad to be less than. How are you less than?
Oh, in so many ways, Leslie. And it honestly hurts. I'm
does,
41. Yeah. I'm 41. I'm a big fat guy. And the energy.
Strike one, strike two.
Yeah. Well, here's the third. I can't seem to get my energy up. And so I constantly am taking different combinations of chemicals, vitamins, amino acids, and always trying to perfect the cocktail that will make me the me that I think I am. And it's very hit or miss, and I never know who I'm going to be each day.
41, great big fat guy, and the gulf between you and the you that you think you can be or are is so vast, and you are tortured, in a state of torture.
Yeah, it's nigh incrossable.
Wow, and maybe this is maybe one of the most bleak ways that you can be less than yourself in your own mind.
Yeah, that's how it hurts.
Because that is a true spiritual tragedy.
Thank you.
You know, what's the you like in your head that you just are not?
Just a little skinnier and with a lot more pizzazz. You know, I don't know where the pizzazz went, Leslie. I don't know what happened to it.
You used to have it and it's gone.
Yeah, the 41's fine because that's just going to happen.
Sure, of course.
But the pizzazz is, you know, I want it on tap. You know, I want it on tap. I want Costco cases of it, and I get it. You know, they ration it out.
Interesting. So you're upset you don't got the pizzazz. You're upset you don't have the energy. You're upset that you're just a little fatter than you'd like to be. And you don't even want to be skinny. I'm not hearing you say you want to be ripped, that you want to be like a mountain climber, that you want to be a Hemsworth or such one of these such figures. You're just looking to just kind of maybe let's pull down the BMI a little bit.
Yeah, I still want to be imposing because I'm scared of everyone. And so if you're imposing, people don't try anything. But I don't want to be weighed down. You know what I mean?
Right. You know what the saddest part to me about what you're describing?
What, Leslie?
Is how utterly achievable, you know, it should be. You're not a pie in the sky. You're not one of these people like, like doing freak ration stuff where you're like fasting or you're, for days on end, or you're only, sucking on bone marrow for weeks on end, or it's one of these psychos. You're just saying, can I just get a little skinnier and have a little more energy? That is such a reasonable thing, and that you are blocked from attaining it is even worse than if you were just no, I want to be a muscle guy, but I'm fat.
Yeah. Well, who's blocking me though? That's what I want you to help me with.
Wow. There's the question. Night Year says, try some meth, you fucking loser. Any response to that?
I'm shocked.
It's shocking. It's shocking to hear that kind of stuff, but not without its own logic.
Meth?
I mean, it would do it, right?
I mean, there's an internal logic to meth, but I don't think there's an external logic to meth.
A logic that gets you there, you mean?
No, once you're there, I think meth starts making a whole lot of sense. Once you're doing meth, I think meth starts really making sense. But outside of actually doing it, I don't think it makes sense.
I mean, the getting there is it's got a logic. As a mental health professional, I got to say I've seen this logic play out. I've seen the logic of how terrible someone's life can be, and end up kind of just hitting meth. They're addictive, and a lot of, not all the time, but a lot of the time they're like not that bright to like be able to like conceptualize their impulses and like feel and think through them. They're just kind of like They have a shitty life. They're not that smart, and they just do dumb shit that destroys the rest of their life. That was already pretty bad. There's a little bit of a logic, but here, listen. This is I don't think if I thought meth was going to work for you, I'd tell you to do meth, but I don't think it's for you. I'm going to be honest.
It's kind of a drastic solution to a not so big problem.
He's trying to lose like 20 pounds. All right, he's trying to lose like 20 pounds, and he probably has a vitamin B deficiency. He doesn't need to do meth. All right, I appreciate the spirit of that though. Real quick, we got a bunch of messages coming in. Larry Picklejar with a testimonial from YouTube.com. I actually love YouTube. So you really flipped. You kind of you converted him. You did conversion therapy. Larry
That was
Picklejar.
the same guy who said he hated YouTube?
Yeah, he said it sucks and it's shitty, and now he says he loves it.
Thanks. Wow. That's great. That makes me feel good.
And then we got TrapCam Zero with a communal vision from Twitch. Caller, every cop, teacher, parent, doctor, role model who's ever told you that meth is bad is doing meth every single morning. Wake up.
Wow. Well, I was on meth most of my life, but it was called Adderall. And I don't like that stuff.
That's true.
Because it made me a robot person.
It is that is, it's kind of funny how they say good over here, bad over here as far as meth and Adderall is concerned. So, well, listen, I am not here to solve your problem. I'm here to discuss it feels bad to be less than. Now, first and foremost, I have no idea whether a solution to this problem that you have, I don't know if it's ever going to come to you. It very well might not. You might be a great big fat guy with low energy, haunted by your specter of a self that should be within reach, and somehow through your own inadequacy and the universe conspiring against you just might not ever happen.
That's hard. That's a hard truth, Leslie.
Right, exactly. So, let me tell you though, this is ground zero, like we talked to Peppercorn. Peppercorn Patty said, I understand that losing is a part of the program. Losing is an avenue to the next level. Now, if you are this great big fat guy, you might actually be closer to the next level than this skinnier, higher energy guy. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah. How?
Well, we got to talk about that next time because right now I think you've got your work cut out for you. I think your homework right now is to feel bad about yourself, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Leslie.
All right. Of course. Well, namaste to you. Hello, listener. I really appreciate you calling us up tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. My pleasure. Namaste.
That back.
Say it back. Say namaste back.
I already said the S word for you, Leslie. I don't like curses.
Namaste is not a curse. I don't. What do you mean? The S word.
It's an ancient Hindu curse. I said SLUT. I don't want to say that.
Slut. Sluts are people too.
Yeah, but it's a bad word.
You're at YouTube. You could go crazy.
Yeah, I want to practice self-restraint. How am I going to lose weight if I'm going to be fat with my words?
All right, this is your journey. All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Namaste to you, hello listener. Namaste.
Namaste.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Somebody's ready for the program. That guy's ready for the program. He's ready. You got to start off feeling bad. I'd love to talk to somebody who's just genuinely stupid tonight. Genuinely dumb. Functionally, cognitively disabled. You get mad because you can't read good or something like that. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Oh, it's Beeps.
Beeps! Welcome back to the program. Beeps, how you doing tonight?
Good. Good.
It's wonderful to hear from you.
Thank you. Yeah, normally I watch on the bed so I don't type. It's too hard to type with the phone.
I understand.
Yeah.
Also, the Twitch mobile app can be so finicky, huh? So weird.
Okay, well, this might sound dumb. I just didn't think about getting the app. I was just using it on the web browser.
I mean,
Whoops.
the app, I haven't tried the browser versus the app. I mean, it's probably worse on the browser, but the app is so weird. Everything's more expensive on the app, on the phone.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It like bits and subs cost more. It just freezes or the chat fucks up and some such other things. Sometimes the chat doesn't let you chat, like Not Me said.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
I know. Well, listen, Beeps, I'm glad that you got your postcard finally. I got, somebody was running me through the goddamn ringer about it.
I did, and and my mom saw it. She delivered it to me because we have the same address, just different apartments. And you sent the is cunnilingus demonic one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent that to your mom?
Well, no, you sent it to me, but she handed it to me after reading it. She's like, "Is it, Ariel? What is this?" I mean,
so your mother, who is she has no idea what this program is.
Well, she didn't realize it was from you.
Okay.
She just didn't understand what I was getting into anymore.
So the question posed, I want to make this clear to our chatters right now. The question posed on the postcard, the special postcard that I sent to Beeps for her participation in Ladies' Night, on our last Ladies' Night, was the question posed on the front of it is cunnilingus demonic? Is cunnilingus demonic? And the answer is of course, Beeps. You could probably answer this. Is it?
No.
Yes. Did you read the card?
No.
Did you read the goddamn postcard?
No, this got awkward. It's like my mom handing me the card all over again.
Well, listen, we're not going to get into any details, cunnilingual details. We're talking about conceptually, spiritually speaking.
Well, I guess.
Yes, it is. Well, if you read the postcard, you'd understand that in order for the act of cunnilingus to have any kind of integrity, spiritual integrity, physical integrity, then it must necessarily be demonic.
Oh. Wait, okay, so I admit I did not read the postcard yet. It's sitting on my keyboard because I have a lot of things sitting on my keyboard.
I understand. No, I'm just giving you the guff.
In the bed. No, I'm so sorry. Wait,
I gotcha.
Does that mean are blow jobs bad, demonic too? If cunnilingus is demonic?
I'd have to think about that.
Are they both?
I'd have to meditate on that. Cunnilingus is demonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, fellatio probably isn't.
Yeah, but do you have a biased perspective?
If it's demonic, if it's gay, yes.
Oh.
It's demonic if it's gay. And do I have a biased perspective? I mean, that's why I'm here because of the strength of my biases. You call me on explorations because of the strength of my biases.
No, it's true.
I once saw a hyena, a demonic dog-type animal, very similar to a jackal, giving oral sex to another hyena's pussy, a.k.a. cunnilingus, on the Discovery Channel before it got bad. That's from OM Godspeed. Thank you so much for sharing that.
He could afford cable?
As a child, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe at a waiting room at a dentist office or something. That'd be something, huh? Go get your braces adjusted, and you got to watch hyenas eat each other's pussies. That'd be something.
Yeah.
That'd be something. Now, okay, so listen, Beeps.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to drag you around about this gosh dang postcard. I'm just glad you received it. I'm glad you received it.
Yeah.
And it's funny that your mom read it. Was your mom titillated or excited, or did you find humor in it? Anything like that?
Well, she only read the front because she's the very visually impaired person. She couldn't read the back.
Okay.
But she did put on like those very thick glasses to read the front because she like recognized the word cunnilingus and was like, wait, let me put on my glasses to confirm what I just saw. And then she looked at me. And
So she did a little bit of science, little observation, just to double check her hypothesis, and hypothesis confirmed. She saw the word cunnilingus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We've got quick communal visions coming in for you. First of all, Night Year says, is it called cunnilingus because you are supposed to do the ABCs with your tongue? Food for thought.
I've read that in fan fiction. I don't think that's real.
Cunnilingus, do they call it? Is it called cunnilingus? I don't know. I really don't understand the, like, is it like etymologically related to the ABCs? Cunnilingus? Well, it's the tongue. I just don't see it. Caller, another communal vision from TravCam0. TravCam, thanks so much. Caller, has anyone ever told you that your voice reminds one of an animated squirrel, perhaps from DreamWorks, not Pixar?
Oh, no. No, not. I've only been called Pixar. And yeah, and
So
it was
getting
like
more of a DreamWorks vibe from you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Which studio is more profitable?
No idea.
Which one's owned by Disney?
I think DreamWorks is owned by Disney, right? Pixar is separate? I don't remember.
Me neither.
Well, listen, Beeps, I'm so glad that you got the postcard, and I'm excited for you to dive into my writings on the back of that postcard. But in the meantime, though, what do you say we get into the theme a little bit? Tonight we're discussing it feels bad to be less than. So, Beeps, tell me, how are you less than? How are you lacking? How are you worse than? And why does it feel bad?
Well, I work in a university lab, and these people are younger than me, but they have more education than me. And I think some of them feel that they might be better than me.
Okay, so
which is stupid.
So you're telling me that you think that the people that work beside you or do they work under you?
They're not my direct reports. Like, I'm the lab manager, but I'm like, my boss is like, oh, manage the environment versus managing the people. Like, officially, but at the same time, you best be managing the people.
Right. Yeah. I think we got a taste of that on one of your calls a couple months ago.
Yes, that guy left to go become a MD, PhD, so a doctor, and he's going to be a great doctor because he doesn't listen to women.
So he's going to be okay. Yeah, I see what's going on. Okay, cool. Sounds. So first of all, I'm glad that we have another doctor out there that doesn't, because, it's going to cause a lot of harm, as we know. Listen to women, that's half the people you're going to see. And you're going to cause a lot of harm. You're going to complicate things. But what is the bright side of that? People becoming disillusioned with experts.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Right? It's not all bad. I think listen, let's not get in the weeds of experts right now. I want to drill down on this. So you're less trained, and these people think they're better than you. Because why? What's going on? They have more education, more training. What's going on there?
Well, there's this senior scientist that thinks he can just just ignore what I say because he's going to start his own lab in like 1 month in Israel. And he's like, oh, I don't need to do a stupid chore. I'm like, your chore is to get things off the top shelf and put it on the bottom shelf because I can't reach. And he's all like, well, it's okay. I'm like, that's not how you respond to me. And I had my performance review, and my boss says I need to be more direct. So I had that confrontation today.
Wait, take me into that this confrontation again. Okay, so what kicked this off? Real quick, communal vision. Hey, caller, are you up to date with your GMP training?
General management practice? No, good manage.
No idea.
Good.
Great.
Good manufacturing. No.
Giant monster penis. Gray milky pudding. Goose.
I think it's good manufacturing processes. No, but no. I am like I work in like a bacteria lab.
Okay. Cheen also had another one. Says these ivory tower pendejos are so-called experts. They should be lined up against the wall and be given their eternal reward. Namaste, says Pepperoncini. Love that. Love that. Thanks, Cheen. Appreciate that.
What's their eternal reward? Like in my lab, that's poop.
No, they're gonna die. He's talking about death. He's talking about just like putting them on the wall and shooting them with a gun.
Okay, yeah.
These experts.
Okay.
Now, so okay, but I want to go back to this confrontation. So you got a confrontation. Tell me what kicked this off.
Because I asked people to respond to me, and they don't. And during my performance appraisal, my boss says I'm giving people too much rope to hang themselves with, and I shouldn't even give them 3 strikes. So
what does that mean, strikes, then? What does that mean? What would you be doing then?
Don't let them make mistakes. Like, go and talk to them directly. Like, I don't call people out in our public Slack. I instead, like, directly message them saying, like, hey, you kind of messed up.
Right.
And she's all like, and my boss is like, no, you should actually say it in the public Slack so I know, too, who's wasting money because we can no longer waste money.
And so you had a confrontation today with your superior or with one of your underlings?
An underling. He's just a scientist that's older than me.
Okay. And how did that confrontation go?
Well, he kept trying to brush me off. I told him that everybody in the lab has to do a menial chore, and this is a list he can pick from. And he's like, oh, well, I'm leaving, and I do something else, so I don't need to. And I'm like, well, everybody does. Your boss said you have to. Pick one. And he's like, well, I don't understand. I'm like, well, I'm confused also. Just pick one. And then I had him pick one, and then he didn't do it and just left. And because it was getting something off the stupid shelf that everybody needed, I had to go do it then. So then, like, everybody noticed that I had to do it, so that, like, undermines me, and there's new people. So, like, they're learning a bad lesson.
Yeah,
they're going to be around for, like, 5 years.
Yeah, it sounds like it sounds like you got the little rascals are punking you out. These people under you, you know, that's the thing about power is that it's you can say theoretically that you have more power because you're their direct report or their supervisor or whatever, but they're basically running a train on you right now, Beeps. They are running you fucking ragged, walking you like a dog.
I know.
Yeah. So
but I don't know. Oh yes, please.
Listen, and on another night, on maybe a speed advice round or something like this, I might give you instructions of how to fix this. But luckily, this is not one of those nights.
Okay,
luckily, we get to take this your lack of, you know, the people under you don't respect you, and they're exercising power over you. and there's no consequences for them. And this is making you frustrated. I heard frustration in your voice several times tonight. All right?
Yeah.
Because they shouldn't, yet they are. You are showing them weakness and behaving in a weak manner, and they are dominating you. And this should and does feel bad.
Yes. Yes, it does. And yes, and I'm completely riled up every night.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun.
And what happens to that? Well, and let's take it again. Well, what happens to that getting riled up? What do you do with it? You go into work, and what happened to that riled?
Well, I usually stress because I don't want to cause confrontations, but because, like, I'm a total suck up to my boss, and she said, be direct, and wrote it down. I was for the first time, and so I didn't let this stupid guy go, and then he walked away.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, I guess I let him go because he literally walked away.
Well, I mean,
so tomorrow I have to go find him and say, hey, I did your job for you. Do it. What do I do? Put everything back on the shelf? That'd be really kind of dumb.
No. Yeah. These are all surface details. You know, it's he smells inside of you that you're not going to do shit, and now he might be right, because what are you going to do? I don't know what you can do, because I'm not familiar with it, but I will say that it should feel bad to be in your position. And remember, this feeling bad, this feeling small, this feeling inadequate, I'll give you a little bit of a hint, okay?
Hopefully it's good.
No. This is not good. No. You being a pussy right now is not good. And it shouldn't feel good. But
it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in the context of the program, we can work with it, yes. But this is very important. It should not feel good to be behaving the way you're behaving. Go tomorrow, and at the very least, I want you to feel as bring that frustration up as close to the front as possible. Maybe don't have to do anything, because I know you get anxious, you're worried about this, that, and the other. But bring that feeling of smallness, that feeling of frustration, that feeling of weakness, bring it as close as possible to the surface, and as you watch him openly disrespect you in front of the others, okay?
Okay.
And that's your homework, yeah.
Oh, but I get kind of mean. But I'll do it.
Do it. If you're mean, listen, I would love nothing more than to hear you being just an infernal bitch. But in substitute of that, I would love to see you bring that percolating frustration, the feeling of weakness, as close to the surface as possible while you watch him openly disrespect you.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay? And report back. We'll get back into it next time you call, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you, Guru.
Of course. Namaste, Beebs. You have a wonderful night.
You too. Namaste.
Namaste. Wonderful. Phil Z74, maybe he has a hearing loss where he can't the frequency of your voice when you speak. That's possible. I don't think that's it, but it's possible. Keep it on the list until you rule it out. Well, let's take a break. I'm gonna piss. I'm gonna piss, and then we're gonna, we're gonna announce the Explorer of the Month. Guys, I gotta take a pee. It's that pee break time. I'm gonna take a little piss. Stick around for a couple details about my community of devoted light at patreon.com, where you guys can get to the videos, the podcasts, et cetera, everything that I've been working on for the past couple years. It can be at your fingertips tonight for just a couple dollars a month. Now, but after that, get ready, because we are going to make our announcement of the Explorer of the Month. Explorer of the Month for the month of May. Namaste, everybody. We'll be right back in just a moment.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there, this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched Explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched Explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light.
On patreon.com.
Where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials not available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing.
Something has been on my mind. It occurred to me the other day that it's been a couple months since I've had a funeral to go to. The thing is, I honestly can't wait for another funeral to go to. I'll undoubtedly miss whoever passes away, but the vibes and food are great.
Downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everybody. Welcome back to the program, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And that was a couple words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. So, guys, if you're looking to get your life to the next level, type !final journey into the chat right now or at any point tonight for instructions of how you too can enter my inner circle at the community of devoted light at patreon.com. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Also, last little announcement. I have, how many I got? I have 5 VHS tapes left of The Beauty of Nature. Let me make sure I got 5. Yeah, okay, so the last VHS tape, this is real, this is not a joke. I have a VHS tape as part of the programs, multiple, but I have the latest one, The Beauty of Nature, a beautiful piece. Anybody, I'm sure there are those in the chat right now that can attest to the bespoke quality of these VHS tapes that I am selling because I have some extras and I need to buy extra VHS tapes. I need to buy more for the next batch of tapes in general. So I've got 5 more of this edition of this tape. I've got plans for this material that will go through a little bit of a transformation and end up on a tape maybe again. But as far as this is concerned, these are the last 5 tapes of this version of this right here. So if you're into collection, if you have VHS tapes, if you have a VCR, if you just want a piece of history of the program, hit me up. This is the last announcement I'll make here and on Discord, and then I'm going to go to Instagram. You guys mean so much more to me than the cows on Instagram. So I just want to make sure that this is available to you all. I'm trying to think. But yeah, okay, so there, yeah. I've got 5 tapes left. If you want one, they're $25. That includes shipping. Just message me on Discord. Otherwise, in the next couple days, I'm going to throw them out to Instagram and sell them there. Just because basically the VHS fund needs to be replenished. I found a good deal on Craigslist, and I'm going to go pick it up this weekend if I can scratch some money together, which already I've sold quite a few of these that I have left. Philzy74, I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. What the fuck are you talking about, Phil? No idea. I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Interesting. Appreciate that. Appreciate that stuff. Magnetic Llama VHS sounds and looks better. You bet. You bet. Stone Monster 400 saying, the podcasts are worth the weight in gold. Blessings and namaste to you. Thank you so much, Stone. Thank you so much, Stoney. Okay, so guys, as far as the announcement goes of the Explorer of the Month, I'm having a technical difficulty with the video right now. There's a technical difficulty with the video right now. Let me double check that because I want to make a proper announcement. I've already messaged the Explorer of the Month. They've already received their verbal recognition from me, Leslie, and we'll be receiving things in the mail. Here we go. Nightyear says, I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Nightyear, thanks so much. I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. But, each Explorer of the Month deserves a proper announcement. And I want to make sure that I give them their due. So one second. I'm just going to double check that. No. Yeah, it's a technical thing. Fuck. Okay, so Explorer of the Month. Nobody knows who I'm talking about. Explorer of the Month. Nobody knows who I'm talking about. Simply Namaste from BVS420. Namaste to you, brother. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Now, guys, Explorer of the Month. BVS420, extremely generous of you. Now, as far as the Explorer of the Month is concerned, they know who they are. I am going to forego the announcement this evening because I'm having a technical issue with the announcement video. So I got to figure out what the fuck is going on. We'll make the announcement on Thursday. Womp womp. You guys have to come back Thursday. I got you. You're going to have to come back Thursday. It's for the announcement of this month. Now, this person absolutely deserves it. You will not find a more deserving explorer among you than this month's Explorer of the Month. Really, truly tremendous work coming from them. Beloved. Caller, welcome to Explorations. We have a psychic emergency. Please hold. I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. He liked to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. She liked to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. They like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. We like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Y'all like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Who like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing? I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Repeat. I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. He liked to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. She liked to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. They like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. We like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Y'all like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Who like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing? I like to put my honker in the tape and imagine thing. Namaste. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie, it's Toaster.
Toaster! How you doing tonight, Toaster?
Not so good, Leslie. Not so good.
Not so good. Toaster, tell us what's going on.
It's just the same thing every time.
There are a few gay guys from Guam in my town who hate NASA for some reason.
You've been terminated. Namaste. Thank you so much. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Michaela.
Michaela, welcome back to the program. Guys, one of our champions from the previous infatuations, one of the one of the champions that in that historic three-way tie the other night, Michaela is on the line. How you doing tonight, Michaela?
Not awesome. I think I am going to fail an exam on Thursday.
Interesting.
But it's okay. It's okay, because I'm still going to get, even if I got a 0 on it, I'll still get a B in the class. So it's okay.
So why are you convinced that you're going to fail, though? What's going on there?
Because I don't freaking know anything, dude. I got to know all these bones and muscles, man, and I don't know them. I don't know them, man.
Why can't you know them? They're just like knowing anything else that you've had to know. I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sounds like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I think there is, dude. I had diarrhea today.
So diarrhea plus like maybe a general fatigue setting in, right? End of the semester.
Yeah, like 50 people throughout the semester have told me I look tired, including today. My lab professor was like, "You look tired."
Well, are you tired?
Yeah, man, I'm tired.
I knew it. You sound tired. Let me be the first person to say you sound tired.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so fatigue setting in, diarrhea. Now, this diarrhea, is this stress and sleep related, or did you eat some, did you just, drink a bunch of chicken fat?
Chicken fat? No, I had kimchi fries. They were really good.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Was there cheese on it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Phil Z74 with the communal vision. Thanks so much, Phil Z. Appreciate that. Michaela Shea her brains out. Any idea what that means?
I think they meant shut.
Shat. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Now, listen, Michaela, you're slap happy, you're silly, you're losing it, okay? You're laughing, and there's nothing funny going on. No one has said anything funny. Phil Z74 just basically repeated what you said, which is diarrhea. You have diarrhea. You sound like you're losing it.
I am. I'm not acting. I'm actually losing my mind.
No, I believe it. I believe it. This is a breakdown. This is a very emotional experience for you. And what a gift it is for you to share it with us. I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
I'm gonna lock in. I'm locking in. I'm locking in.
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't think you. I think several things are working against you. I don't know if you're going to be. What if you? Okay, so here, this is tonight we're exploring. It feels bad to be less than.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're at your limit. You're at your physical and mental limit with these muscles. Yeah, there you go. You're laughing at stuff that no one's saying anything funny at all.
What if you're just funny, Leslie? What if you're just a funny guy?
I don't feel funny. Wash your face and go to bed, girly, says Peppercorn Patty.
I will after this. I needed a laugh. Man, I needed a laugh.
Yeah, this is... do you have any, maybe like... don't do anything rash, okay? Don't do anything extreme.
I'm not. I'm eating
Imagine
frozen
a
grapes.
future hellish dystopia.
One moment, we have a
where
quote.
Everyone is constantly doing therapy on everyone else at all times. Buildings have no corners, few if any walls, and we all barely even remember being unhappy.
That just sounds like Tumblr.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful that I said that. Now, listen. So we've got some direct advice, an attempt at direct advice from Peppercorn Patty saying, go to bed, girly, get some sleep. But listen, I'm going to say push it.
You think I should just stay up?
Yeah, because what you're experiencing right now, I'm going to be clear with you. What you're experiencing right now is a physical and cognitive limit. You are coming up against a wall. Now, right now, you're laughing. It's that stage, which is a fun stage of it. But this wall is very real, and it's very here. Okay, so what we want you to do in the name of the program is to run face first into the wall.
I have several walls around me. I could do that right now.
Yeah, but this wall in particular is one that it takes a great deal of time to get to. You've had to journey a long time to get to this wall, and that is the limits of your mind. All right? Not only can you not keep up with the workload, but you've pushed yourself past a point of being able to, discern, reality from not. You're over there losing it. You're a crackpot over there.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
This is going to be such a beneficial experience for you to just run head first into this wall and fully just bear the brunt of the limits of your mind, because it feels bad to be less than. Your classmates, they're going to pass. They're going to do better than you. There's going to be someone who gets a better grade and gets an A, and you are going to be left in the dust because you are at the limits of your mind, and it should feel bad.
Raji, he was one of the other people.
Yeah, yeah, I remember Raji very clearly.
I've been chatting with him, actually.
Really?
We've been chatting, yeah.
How's that going?
He's his accent is so thick that he even types in his accent.
Yeah, I noticed that. The other night. He like, have you ever tried to read a Scottish accent? It's like, it's wild. It's real wild. Nigel Pennyworth with the Communal Vision. Caller, remember that time that skyscraper collapsed into their own footprint at free fall speed and they blamed it on an office fire?
What?
I think he's referring to 9/11. The tragic events of 9/11.
How could I forget? Now what? What's going on? What are we talking about?
Well, so the limits of your mind. I think you're at a beautiful moment, and I think you should push it. I think it feels bad to be less than, and it should be. So is it feeling bad yet?
You know, I feel similarly right now to when I would try to show something that I thought was funny to my brothers, my older brothers, and it was very clear they didn't get it, and so I just kept laughing hysterically, and my armpits start to sweat. You know? I wanted their approval so badly.
Communal Vision from BVS420. Raji messaged me too. It was disgusting. Very vulgar language and photos.
Not nearly as vulgar as the normal people on the Discord.
Raji communicating, he says, I just want to communicate authentically. Oh, brother, I know. Don't you worry about that. I understand. I understand very well and clearly. Namaste to you, by the way, and congratulations on your victory.
Hey, Leslie.
What was that?
Do you think, have you already, shipped out all the stuff, like the prizes?
No.
Okay, because now I'm wondering if I should get the VHS instead.
Well, okay, so I'm going to clue everyone into what you're talking about. So I messaged you to see if you wanted the VHS tape or a print as your prize for winning Infatuations. Now, you waffled back and forth, whatever, as long as I'm sending it to you. You tried to give it away to somebody and say, somebody else might like it. No. They lost. Do not deprive them of that. You won. You get stuff.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Shit. Maybe those losers will finally get their shit together and come out with a W, unlike you, who did.
Okay, but the thing is, I did have the advantage of being a girl on the internet, you know, and so people want to see that, but.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a vote. It wasn't a popular vote. It wasn't just like a bunch of horny dumbasses in chat. It was me appraising a dating performance.
That's true. I guess
you won. You won until you lost. And Raji straight up beat you.
Yeah.
So, real quick, we've got a hypocryptomatic testimonial. Caller, don't worry. Even Explorer of the Month doesn't get shit. Feel proud. Wait, did I not send you something?
Is that the Explorer of the Month?
She was a couple months ago. What are you talking about? She's talking out of her ass. Did I really not send you something?
They say no.
I'm waiting for her response. Communal Vision from Nigel Pennyweather. Caller, my advice to you, a friend gave me a long time ago, try a new salad dressing.
Okay. I don't know. What does it have to do with anything?
Okay, well, listen, so guys, listen, this is maybe more of a real-time lesson for chat. What we are witnessing right now is a sort of illustration of sort of a burnout, of coming up against a wall. Somebody who is feeling a limit, feeling they are less than expectations put upon them, they are less than their classmates in school, and it's feeling bad. You hear these laughs, but it is truly a tragic and very, very sad situation that we're listening to. Raji also messaged me. He asked my advice about going to massage school, but I don't know anything about it. He then wrote me a pretty powerful poem about the power of loss. It was a great back and forth, and I have more respect for the boys from the council estates.
Sounds like Pepper has some romance going on with him. Leslie, I noticed that your voice has dropped an octave. It's not the normal higher TV show host level of frequency as it is. Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'm doing great.
Okay.
Fram, we got a couple communal visions coming in. Yeah, I feel fantastic. You know, I might have been hamming it up for infatuations. Maybe that's what you're considering.
Oh,
but, you know, infatuations. Oh, yeah, here we are.
Wow.
Philzy74. Maybe Raji should have you study his muscles, not in a sexual way like a dead cat.
Yeah.
That's from Philzy. Philzy74.
It'd be a little hard, considering he's like across the world. I did actually, when I was a few years ago, I did use sort of like some nursing flirting stuff. There was a guy I would like take guys.
Communal vision from Fram Weard. Frankly, Raji walked you like a dog.
I beg to differ, but.
I mean, he beat you. It was very. I mean, he came in. He was fresh, off the bench. He tagged in and had so much more energy than you at that point.
Do I need to remind you though the reason why he joined at all?
Yeah, but this isn't about love connection. He walked in there. He was better at being on a date than you were.
I've been on a lot of dates. Not
Yeah,
always
well,
good.
you lost that one.
Yeah, I guess I did. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I just wanted to say sometimes I would listen to guys' hearts with stethoscopes, and then I would like lean in and say like, "Your heart's beating pretty fast. Any reason why?" And then sometimes that would work.
Yeah, classic. That feels like a pre-war kind of strategy.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy I'm trying to exude. Is like, I haven't had a husband because they've all been dying in war.
Right. You need someone to. Yeah, I understand that. Well, listen, you are falling apart, and it's because you're not good enough for school. So I want you to just make sure, don't get in the way of you and the wall you're about to run into. Run full force. I'm very excited to hear about the results.
Yep. Maybe some pets will go missing or something.
Maybe. Maybe. Now listen, I do wish you all the best on the test, but I don't want you to undersell this idea that you are about to lose big time, though. This can be a very valuable spiritual experience, and we can explore that next time you call. How about?
Yeah, I mean, I will be done with the exam by the time I call again, so.
Yeah. So let's get into that next time, okay?
Okay. Also, if Toaster comes back on, be nice to him, please.
I'm always nice. I love Toaster. I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, I cherish Toaster.
Okay. Nobody terminate him, please.
Don't worry about it. He's a big boy. He'll handle it.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Okay. Well, namaste. Whatever. Namaste, Michaela. Blessings to you.
Namaste.
There we go. Communal vision from OM Godspeed. I really hope you don't marry a cop. Interesting thing to say. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello, Leslie. My name is Catherine.
Catherine, hello. How are you?
I'm doing very freaking well. How are you tonight? How was your day today, Leslie?
Oh, my day's been fantastic. I've been looking forward to being here all day. So now that I'm finally here, I feel a tremendous release, and I feel very energized.
Energy is good. Energy is pretty much everything when you think about it.
You know, that's a funny thing you say that, because it can be very good. But, let's look at the other side of the coin, though, Catherine. And first of all, Catherine, is this your first time calling?
Absolutely not.
Catherine, why? You sound familiar. Are you using a different name? What's going on?
Suffering is a choice. Does that ring a bell, my dear friend?
Yes, that does.
Hey?
Okay, so let's focus back up. Let's focus
Hello.
back up. Okay, I just want to get that out of the way. Let's focus back up, though. I do have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine,
Yes.
can you tell me 3 examples in which energy is not good?
Well, you could argue that even though it, I guess, pushes a lot of modern day conveniences forward, nuclear energy, not a good thing. Excessive energy that does not allow you to relax or rest your mind, that's also not a good energy. And of course, just bad vibes.
Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. You answered. You had some great answers right away, and I appreciate that. Now, listen. Right now, Catherine, we're exploring how it feels bad to be less than. Now, Catherine, what is a way in which you are less than, and take us into like how and why it just feels bad to be in that position?
Well, less than is oftentimes in a person's mind, and I have the clinical depression. If anyone wanted to wish me a bad time, they are a month too late. March and April fully ate my ass, not in a good way. So then I was feeling very, very, very bad about myself, but that was because I messed with some meds. The meds mess with my blood. They make my blood better in my brain. They make the blood in my brain better. So now I am feeling worthy, but it was just because of chemicals. Does that track? I don't know if I'm making sense.
So say that last sentence again.
Chemicals? Was that the one? I was feeling bad. But
you were feeling bad.
less
Yeah.
than
You were feeling bad, but it was chemicals. Okay. So now, when I asked you for an example of less than, you mentioned the experience of depression, clinical depression.
Yes.
And tell me, what is your experience of clinical depression? How does it affect you?
Oh, man. Well, it affects, like, the way I eat. It affects the way I sleep. It affects if I feel good enough to take a shower or not. It's bad when it gets to that point. I've dropped out of school in my past, like, multiple times to do it. That was not fun whatsoever. And when things get really, really bad, it's like you're crying at least once a day, probably twice a day. You just get really, really weepy and stuff. It just feels like nothing, and then it also feels bad at the same exact time. And then once you're like adjusted, and of course not everyone is going to go the medication route. I completely understand that. But for me, once I get the meds adjusted, life just feels infinitely easier.
And you brought this situation up, and one thing I would like to, now, one thing I've always said is that, let good be good and let bad be bad. Let good things that are good just be good, and let bad things that are bad be bad. Now, this seems, right, like a joke. It seems like a cliche. It seems obvious, a waste of time, et cetera, et cetera. But having this clarity allows us to suss out some of the nuance. So the reason I bring this up is because I asked you at the beginning, what is a way that you are less than and that it feels bad? And you told a story about this depression, clinical depression, ruining your life for 2 months and then getting some meds that actually help and it feels better. Now, to an untrained ear and an untrained eye,
yes,
this might sound like a story of victory, right? Of resilience, of overcoming, of something positive and affirmative in nature. Communal vision from Fran Weird. You ever try to jack off when you're depressed? Miserable fucking experience.
Were they just sharing like their experience? I'm, here to bear witness to it, I suppose.
I mean, or just maybe a general question for anyone. You, me, the chat.
Oh yeah, I crank my tuna can hog when I'm depressed.
You got a tuna can hog, so it's very wide and like short.
Yes, I was being facetious, but yes.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Now, back to the point that I was making. Now, to an untrained ear, untrained eye, this story might sound positive, good, resilient. And you might just kind of, clap the dust off your hands and move on. However, I would like to pull back around to this story and offer a different interpretation. while it is good that you are suffering less, and I mean that, it is good that you are suffering less.
Thank you.
Is it a completely clean win?
Absolutely not. That shit lives in my brain. It's going to come back around eventually.
There we go. There we go. It's in some ways, having a monster follow you just out of the corner of your periphery at all times. One that you know is there. One being held off by a thing that, is arguably not very well understood. And I'll say that as a mental health professional, there's a science to it. There's absolutely a science to it. They got to do these studies. They got to do their homework on this stuff. But ultimately, it's a moving puzzle, the brain and the mind, and that you are at the mercy of the experts' understanding of this ever-moving enigma that is the brain and mind connection.
Mm-hmm.
A temporary victory? Yes.
But there will be more victories. There will be more losses as well.
Who's to say? It's just it's the fragility of the moment, the fragility of the good that also has tinges of bad to it, and that is a way in which let's put the quality of your life against the quality of somebody normal, right? Your life better than it was, not great. This person has never even tasted what you shared with us earlier.
Once again, who's to say, Leslie, to use your own words? They might in the future.
They might, but they might not. There are people that will not. I know this one. I worked with him. I was referred to him by the courts, and it was honestly, it was stupid. We visited each other for like 6 weeks, mainly just kind of talked a little bit, and then after the court order 6-week visitation with me was up, he went about his life. Nothing really changed, clinically speaking. He flipped houses for his entire adulthood. And he was happy. He had a boat. And he had multiple wives. And
like polygamy or like divorce is a string of them?
Both.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So and I pried. I got in there deep. I used every tool to understand him that I had. And he genuinely was a normal, happy person. So imagine him, age 48, in control of his life, doesn't know anything of what you shared earlier, smiling on a boat that he owns. And then you, over here, hanging on. How does that feel to hear?
Well, here's the thing. His life was none of my business. I did not know that man existed until you told me about him. And
now you don't.
Honestly,
now you know he exists.
I do, and now I know he exists. But here's the thing: his happiness and his well-being, that's a wonderful thing, objectively. It's also none of my business. You know what I mean? It's objectively a good thing that someone else is at peace with themselves and is able to move through life like that, provided that they aren't hurting anyone else.
Okay, interesting question. Listen, I got a question for you. Now this is May Catherine talking right now, right? Medicated May Catherine. Now, let's go back. What would March or April Catherine have to say about that guy, huh? Think about him. He's never taken a med. He drinks whenever he wants. He's fine. He owns a boat. It's a very rich life, emotionally speaking.
You mentioned March Catherine, and there's something that I haven't necessarily told anyone, well, not anyone, but the chat. I've dealt with clinical depression for about, shit, I would say about 20 years. So that guy who has, never taken a med, gets to drink whenever he wants, does live a wealthy life. I've encountered that guy before. And 20 years is a lot of time to, cycle through being angry with the way that you were born, quite literally the way that your life has turned out, the way that certain institutions and, I'll be honest, family members have influenced the trajectory of things. And being sad and being angry, especially when you know that at some point around the bend, it's going to come back again. Like, it gets kind of old just being angry at everything else. You know what I mean? Like the external things. Like you're still feeling sad and awful and bad, but there's a consciousness that knows that, hey, being angry about that guy over there or whoever, it's not going to change anything about how I feel right now because I know that this is a chemical imbalance, and if I don't do something about it, it's not going to change. So what's the point?
Well, listen, the cycles. I'm arguing the cycles, the ups, the downs, the understanding, the gnashing of the teeth. That why can't this be better? This should be better. Now. This is you. What I hear are the scars. What I hear, not me. Thank you so much for that single beat, hon. That single bit, hon. Namaste. Pepper and Jeannie says, I want to listen to Jazz and Peace. You've been terminated. So you've been terminated. Namaste.
Oh.
Yep, time to get to the jazz, as Cheen says. Yes. Hype Train, Namaste, Pepperoncini gifting us to the Logan the Brogan, not Mish. Thank you so much for those single bits. Pepperoncini also saying 1,000 bits, good night to Catherine. Now that was, guys, you were listening, I want to make this clear about what we just heard from Catherine. I want to provide a little bit of context of understanding what she was sharing in the context of this program. Now, you heard her story of resilience, of positivity, of overcoming. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine listening to a veteran recount Vietnam, right? Seeing people explode, having to saw their own legs off in the middle of a jungle while they're being hunted. And they talk about resilience. Nothing should chill you more to the core of your bones than messages of resilience from the clinically ill. Let me say that again. Nothing should chill you to your bones more than tales of positivity, of affirmation, of resilience from the clinically mentally ill, depressed, not the least among them. Listen to their tale and hear the screams, the gnashing teeth. as you hear an affirmation, remind yourself of the sewage on either side of that little quote-unquote diamond in the rough. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Woo! So Monster 400, this sounds like Toaster Mac Daddy music. Namaste to you. Blessings. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Vietnam flashback, LSD flashback. I'm seeing a lot of really beautiful stuff from the chat right now. I went back and listened. Beep sounds like a sweet angel from above. Namaste to you. Every time I see that 07, I think of a diminished 7. That's not what that means, though, I don't think, huh? Logan, is that what that means? Or did you mean to say diminished 7, Catherine? There we go. I'm a D-Sus 9. There we go. Blessings to you. I would love to see him use a Autome. I have one. Namaste. Beautiful. Namaste, everybody. Wow. What a beautiful night we're having. Guys, what a perfect time. What a perfect time to say namaste to one another. You know, I take no pleasure in it. I take no pleasure in reaching the end of our exploration every night. I truly cherish the time that we spend together. Every time I pop on the screen and invite you into my journey, the journey of explorations, braiding, weaving, embroidering our journeys into each other. What a treat it is. What a gift it is. And I firstly and foremostly want to thank each and every single one of you tonight. I want to thank every single one of you for being here tonight. Namaste, everybody. I'm talking about Twitch and YouTube. How many we got? We got 15 over at YouTube. Let me see some noise from you, my YouTube guys. Let me see some noise from my YouTubers. How are you? It's been a while. You've been quiet. But I'm seeing some noise from my Twitch guys. I love you guys. I really cherish you. I mean, I got a teat for every single one. I've got an engorged breast. I got a nipple for you to latch onto. And guys, like I said, it brings me no pleasure to bring our exploration to an end. But the end is what truly gives value to any kind of duration to begin with. Without end, there is no duration, ladies and gentlemen, and we live in a world devoid of duration, devoid of genuine intersubjective distance. This internet that we have here, demonic stuff, devilish stuff. So I bring you a gift of my absence. I bring you a gift of an end this evening. Namaste to you. Namaste. I want to thank you. I also want to thank my moderators. I want to thank my community of devoted light. Guys, exclamation point final journey to enter my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Get to the videos, get to the postcards, get to the stuff. Let me send you some stuff. Namaste. But guys, we'll be back Thursday evening with a brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. Some special stuff planned for Thursday. In addition to the announcement of this month's Explorer of the Month, I gotta figure out the technical issue. Send some stuff in the mail. But namaste to each and every single one of you guys, all right? I want to thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Beautiful stuff tonight. Really terrific energy. Electric, clarifying energy from every single person that I saw tonight. Who's going on right now? Who's up? Who are we raiding? Fuck it. I got one. Is Agenda-Free TV, are they on? No, if we do that, let's fuck it up for Larry. We'll do a coordinated raid, but we'll think of something to fuck it up for Larry, because that's like Larry's go-to. No, it's worth thinking about. If we can make it work for us, I think there's something there. I got a wild card for you. Someone we've never raided before. Someone that's fun. Someone that could use a little bit of somebody coming up. Somebody could use a little bit of attention, guys. A young up-and-coming streamer that is just really, really captures the spirit of what makes this platform good, but really could use some attention. Guys, let's go ahead and raid a young man named Queso. Namaste, guys. Namaste. Let's bring a message of namaste and warmth and clarity to Queso tonight. The one and only Queso. And guys, if you got a couple extra, 1,000 bits laying around, this guy, throw them at this guy. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. We'll see you Thursday, okay? Blessings, namaste, brand new exploration, special stuff planned for Thursday. I'll see you guys all very soon.